All right, so we're always told there's this one single path to financial freedom, right? Earn more, save more, invest more. You know the drill. But what if that's not the whole story? What if there's a completely different way to think about it? Today, we're going to explore how some really ancient wisdom might actually hold the key to what we're all looking for, which is just a sense of peace with our money. Let's dive in.
So let me just ask you something, straight up. Think about your own financial plan for a second. Your savings goals, your investments, all of it. Is that plan genuinely making you feel more calm and secure? Or does it sometimes feel less like a path and more like a treadmill that's just speeding up?
And hey, if you feel that way, you are definitely not alone. This quote just nails it, doesn't it? It's that weird feeling when you're doing everything right, the numbers are going up, but that little knot of worry in your stomach, it doesn't get smaller. Sometimes it actually gets bigger. That feeling right there is the exact paradox we are going to unpack today. Which brings us perfectly to our first section, the financial freedom treadmill. We're going to look at why that conventional wisdom, that hustle harder mantra, can sometimes feel less like freedom and a lot more like a trap.
Now here's where things get really interesting and kind of flips everything on its head. This philosophy suggests that the secret to feeling truly wealthy, abundant, isn't about getting more stuff. It's about letting go of our attachment to it all. And just to be clear, this is not about becoming poor. It's about escaping that mindset that lets our bank account define our sense of freedom.
Okay, so how does this treadmill actually work? Well, that leads us right into section 2, why the idea of enough is pretty much a mirage. This is the core diagnosis for all our financial anxiety, and it starts with this powerful idea that the finish line we're all chasing, it's not even real.
I mean, think about it in your own life. We set these goals, right? I'll feel secure when I have $100,000 saved. But what happens when you hit that number? All of a sudden, the goalpost moves. Now the magic number is $250,000 or $500,000. The target is always in the future, always just a little bit further away, because it's just a number, and a number can't fix an internal feeling.
And this constant chase leads us to a central Buddhist concept called dukkha. Now, it's often translated as suffering, but a better way to think of it is a deep underlying sense of dissatisfaction. And here's the kicker, the idea is that this stress doesn't come from a lack of money, it comes from our attachment to it, both the desperate wanting of it and the deep fear of losing it.
You see, this attachment is a two-sided trap. On one side, you've got the pain of getting it, the stress, the grind, the constant striving for more. And on the other side, you've got the pain of losing it, that fear and obsession that has you checking your portfolio 10 times a day and always feeling on edge. It gets you coming and going. Okay, so that's the diagnosis. A little bleak maybe, but what's the cure? Well, that's what Section 3 is all about. Practicing present prosperity. We're going to get into some super practical, actionable techniques you can use to build a healthier relationship with money starting right now. So here's a fantastic tool you can use, the purchase pre-mortem. Before you click that buy button on something, you just pause, take 3 slow breaths, and then you ask yourself a few simple questions. First, why am I really buying this? Is it something I truly value, or am I just trying to escape a feeling, like boredom or stress? Then picture yourself a month from now. Will you even care about this thing? And finally ask, is this for a quick, fleeting bit of pleasure, or is it for real, lasting joy?
Here's another incredibly powerful practice, financial gratitude. Instead of always focusing on that gap between what you have and what you want, you just flip the script. Every morning, just take 60 seconds, that's it, and list 3 things your money already provides for you. Could be your warm house, the food in your fridge, your internet connection. This simple act totally grounds you in what you already have. And that is the single most powerful way to weaken the pull of all those ads telling you you're not enough.
And all of this really leads to a central idea in Buddhist thought. Section 4 is all about the middle path to abundance, which means learning how to avoid the financial extremes. In our money lives, this is all about finding a healthy balance and just staying out of the ditches on either side of the road.
So, on one side of the road, you've got reckless indulgence. That's the whole YOLO mindset that can lead straight to debt and a super fragile life. But on the other side, you've got the total scarcity mindset, the person who hoards every penny out of fear and ends up not really living at all. The middle path is that wise, sustainable course right between those two.
And a huge part of walking that middle path is this concept of right livelihood. This is all about consciously choosing how you make and use your money. It's asking the tough questions. Does my work actually contribute something positive to the world? Does my money support companies and ideas I believe in? When your finances are aligned with your values, you're not just making a living, you're building a life of integrity. And that provides a kind of wealth that money can't buy.
Okay, let's bring this all home in our final section, number 5, investing in true well-being. We're going to completely redefine what return on investment really means. And I have a feeling it's not what you think. So, to redefine our ROI, we first have to get super clear on the difference between two things. On the one hand, you have your true needs. These are the real foundations of a good life: shelter, food, safety, community. Then, on the other hand, you have manufactured desires. These are the wants that are literally created for you by advertising and social media, all designed to make you feel like you're missing something unless you buy their product.
So here's the point. The ultimate ROI, the absolute best return you can get for your money in terms of real, lasting happiness, comes when you consciously shift your spending away from those manufactured desires and toward things like experiences, learning new skills, and deepening your relationships. Now that is an investment that pays dividends for your entire life. And this brings us to the ultimate goal, the big redefinition, true financial freedom. It isn't a number in your bank account. It's an internal state of being. It's that place where your peace of mind is no longer held hostage by the fear of not enough or the greed for more.
So, where can you start with all this? Here are 3 simple things you can literally try today. First, start using that 3-breath pause before you buy anything non-essential. Second, do a quick value audit. Just look at your top 3 monthly expenses and ask, does this really align with my values? And third, start that 60-second daily gratitude log. It's that simple.
So, we'll leave you with this final question to chew on. What if we've been measuring wealth all wrong this whole time? What if ultimate wealth isn't about how much you have, but about how little you need to be truly content? Now that's an idea worth thinking about.